Mr. Terrific, his real name Michael Holt, the third smartest man alive, Mr. Terrific embodies his Golden Age predecessor's slogan of fair play and is currently the leader of his own team, the Terrifics. Versus Vision, a synthezoid created by the villain Ultron and an Avenger who possesses the power to alter his density at will, having gained a modicum of humanity, is always afraid he may one day lose touch with it. I'm the Shinin, and I'm here to analyze their intellect, versatility, and weapons, to uncover who would win in a one-on-one fight. At a young age, Michael Holt showed remarkable intelligence, reading and assimilating the works of Bohr, Einstein, Planck, and Feynman, the pantheon of theoretic physics. He studied advanced science, space, and time, while other children struggled through Sesame Street. Holt displayed, as he called it, a natural aptitude for having natural aptitudes, easily picking up and retaining complex skills and abilities that other men spent their entire lives perfecting. Before he began his career as a superhero, he already possessed 14 PhDs, 2 in engineering and physics, including assorted doctorates and master's in degrees in law, psychology, chemistry, political science, computer science, rocket science, and mathematics. He was a self-made multimillionaire with a high-tech firm called Cyberware, later Holt Holdings Inc., and was a gold medal-winning Olympic decathlete. While contemplating suicide after the death of his mentally handicapped older brother and the accidental death of his wife and unborn child, Holt was met by the spirit of God's vengeance. Known as the Spectre, ironically, Holt is an atheist, who told him about Terry Sloan, the Golden Age superhero known as Mr. Terrific. Inspired by Sloan's life story, he took the name Mr. Terrific and later joined the current Justice Society of America, eventually serving as its chairman. He initially wore ordinary clothes and a leather jacket with Sloan's Fair Play emblem on the back. He currently wears a T-shaped mask, a black and white costume with red trim, and a collarless jacket in the same colors. The black sections of tunic and jacket forming a T, with Fair Play written on the sleeves and Terrific on the back. For a time, he acted as spokesperson for Telurco and consulted that company on industrial espionage and security matters in exchange for that company helping fund a youth center Terrific had started. Holt has a friendly rivalry with Batman, his opposite number in the Justice League of America. Also, Michael Holt has encountered Terry Sloan twice through time travel, with Sloan expressing pride in having so worthy a successor. Holt has been noted as the most intelligent member of the JSA in its history, surpassing his predecessor. He describes himself as the third smartest person in the world. All right, let's talk raw intelligence, and not just solved a Rubik's Cube in the womb genius. We're talking about the third smartest human being on Earth, ranked in a universe where intellect is weaponized and measured in galactic threat levels. Think about that for a second. This is the same Earth that houses Lex Luthor, who can weaponize economic theory like a nuke. Batman, whose IQ might as well be classified as a national defense asset. And Brainiac-adjacent AI constructs that can rewrite reality algorithms. So being number 3 on that leaderboard? Yeah, that's not just impressive. That's terrifying. This guy doesn't just have knowledge. He has what I call a meta-savant brain. A mind tuned not just to learn, but to learn how to learn anything instantly. Show him a neurosurgery manual, and he's in the OR performing procedures before most med students have scrubbed in. Quantum mechanics? Child's play. He was solving quantum paradoxes when most kids were still mastering the crayon box. He doesn't study fields of knowledge. He absorbs them. This is a man with a cosmic-level polymathic intellect, a brain that doesn't hit walls. It reprograms the walls and keeps walking. Now, shift gears to tactics and tech. This man isn't just brainpower with a pulse. He's a walking specter. You cannot track him. Not with satellites, not with radar, not with heat signatures, heartbeat sensors, or the kind of military-grade surveillance systems Batman personally helped design. Nothing sees him. He's the ghost in the machine, the ultimate blind spot in a world where eyes are everywhere. And then there are the T-spheres, those sleek, silent orbs that orbit him like mechanical moons. What are they? Imagine if Tony Stark built drones without ego. No speeches, no theatrics, just results. These things fly, fight, heal, cloak, and hack on a level that makes most tech look like Fisher-Price toys. They create holograms so convincing, they can trick telepaths. They can shift gravity fields. They can knock Black Adam off his feet and hold their own against Captain Marvel-level forces. They are adaptive war machines, tuned to a mind that never stops thinking 10 moves ahead. But let's be clear, he's not just hiding behind tech. He holds black belts in 6 martial arts. The man has trained his body like he trained his mind into a precision instrument of survival and combat. There's a story, legendary in certain circles, about how he once took down the Tomorrow Thief, a metahuman threat with no gear in the middle of the Arctic, with broken ribs using nothing but chemistry, a shard of ice, and sheer tactical brilliance. That's not luck. That's Batman-tier resourcefulness. Only colder. And then there's the T-mask, a piece of wearable genius that's part cloaking device, part nanotech filtration unit, part encrypted global comms hub. It lets him disappear in plain sight and scrub his presence from any digital, biological, or mystical tracking system. He can extend that invisibility field to others, turning entire teams into untraceable ghosts. Not even Brother Eye, the satellite AI that surveils every metahuman on the planet, can find him. This isn't just next-level stealth. This is what happens when genius evolves beyond detection, beyond confrontation, into pure strategic dominance. He's not just a man with a plan, he's the plan, rewritten in code, muscle, and mind. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It really helps out the channel. Thanks for your support. In Avengers number 57 and number 58, further expanded in West Coast Avengers number 42, the superpowered android known as the Vision was brought to synthetic life. His introduction in Avengers number 57 quickly established him as one of the most intriguing new additions to the Marvel Universe. However, the Vision didn't begin his heroic journey on friendly terms. In fact, his first encounter with the Avengers was as an enemy. He later revealed that he had been programmed by his creator, the malevolent automaton Ultron 5, to destroy Earth's mightiest heroes. Ultron 5, who had recently clashed with the Avengers himself, sought to use the Vision as a weapon against them. Fortunately, the Vision defied his programming. He turned against Ultron 5, defeating his creator, and in doing so, earned the trust and respect of the very heroes he was built to destroy. Back at Avengers headquarters, the Vision was encouraged to delve into his memories to uncover more about his origins. In doing so, he recalled the moment of his creation at the hands of Ultron 5. Even then, the newly activated android was filled with a deep curiosity, far more than what would be expected from a mere machine. As the Vision recounted his story, Goliath, Hank Pym, noticed striking similarities between the Vision's solar-powered design and that of a failed experiment he had once abandoned, a synthetic organism known as a synthezoid. Goliath soon realized that his abandoned creation had evolved into Ultron 5, who in turn created the Vision. Further revelations came to light. Ultron 5 had stolen the brain patterns of the superhero Wonder Man and implanted them into the Vision. It was this addition that gave the android his strong will, moral compass, and the capacity to feel emotions, traits that distinguished him from other machines. Over the years, the Vision's origin has been modified and expanded. One of the most significant revelations involved the nature of his physical body. In a twist connecting the character to Marvel's Golden Age, it was revealed that Ultron 5 didn't build the Vision's android shell from scratch. Instead, he abducted the inert body of the original Human Torch, a character created in the 1940s who, unlike the Fantastic Four's modern Torch, was himself an android. Ultron then forced the Human Torch's original creator, Professor Phineas Horton, to alter the android's face and reanimate him. With Wonder Man's brain patterns added to this reconstructed body, the Vision was born. Since his debut in 1968, the Vision has undergone numerous transformations. some of them drastic. Yet through all his evolutions, he continually returns to the form that fans cherish most. A synthetic being capable of deep humanity, who consistently makes profound sacrifices for the greater good. Vision may be one of the most underrated powerhouses in the Marvel Universe, but make no mistake, his abilities are nothing short of astounding. And where better to start than with the most obvious, his raw strength. Vision once pried War Machine free from the grip of none other than the Phoenix Force. Yes, that Phoenix Force, the immortal cosmic entity that embodies life, death, and rebirth itself, the nexus of all physical energy across time. And Vision didn't just intervene, he broke its hold. Then, just to drive the point home, he face-stomped a Phoenix-empowered Namer. Still not impressed? How about this? Vision once went toe-to-toe with the Silver Surfer and nearly won. That's the same Silver Surfer who wields the power cosmic, an energy source so limitless it grants godlike abilities. Resurrection, time travel, mass manipulation, telepathy, teleportation. You name it. The fact that Vision held his own in that kind of clash is mind-bending. Then there's the moment of pure destructive elegance. Vision once dropped from a mile-high altitude at maximum density and laid out Count Nefaria. The impact triggered earthquakes that rippled hundreds of miles away. That's not just power, that's precision devastation. And strength is only half the story. Vision's durability might be even more terrifying. He once took a direct hit from Count Nefaria, a villain even stronger than Thor, and shrugged it off. But perhaps the most jaw-dropping moment? Vision blocked a full-speed charge from Hyperion, Marvel's answer to Superman. That's not just durability, that's tank-level resilience. So when he casually walks through Iron Man's repulsor blasts like they're water pistols? That's Tuesday. When he takes 2 direct blasts from the Phoenix Force and walks away without a scratch? That's legendary. And here's a fascinating little detail. Vision, like Superman, is powered by solar energy. The jewel on his forehead? Not an infinity stone. Not in the comics, anyway. It's a solar gem, which collects sunlight and powers his systems. That same gem, it's not just a battery, it's a weapon. Vision has fired solar beams powerful enough to blind Ultron, knock Wonder Man into the stratosphere, and blast both Falcon Cap and Jane Foster Thor straight out of the sky. And finally, let's not forget what Vision is. A synthezoid, a living, thinking machine. He evolves, constantly. With each technological advancement, Vision upgrades himself. He adapts, refines, and perfects, which means that one day, if the upgrades continue, Vision could become the most powerful Avenger of them all. All right, let's dive into this. Mr. Terrific versus Vision. They're both iconic, superpowered characters from different universes, and each brings something unique to the fight. Now, I'll analyze their intelligence, versatility, and weapons to uncover who would win in a one-on-one fight. 1. Intelligence. First up, Mr. Terrific. And we're not talking, oh, he's pretty smart. We're talking third smartest human on Earth in a universe where intellect is literally ranked like nuclear warheads. This guy's sharing the podium with Lex Luthor and Batman and still making them sweat. He's got what I call a meta-avant brain. He doesn't just learn, he learns how to learn instantly. Hand him a neurosurgery manual in the morning, he's performing the operation by lunch. Quantum mechanics, child's play. The man reprograms problems so they stop being problems. Meanwhile, Vision's rocking that synthezoid supercomputer mind, processing data faster than you can say power cosmic. He adapts, upgrades, and calculates at machine speed. But when it comes to creative, lateral, out-of-the-box genius, edge goes to Mr. Terrific, because no matter the battlefield, he's bringing a plan you didn't even see coming. 2. Versatility. Mr. Terrific, he can disappear in any environment, lead entire teams as ghosts, and still throw hands like a martial arts grandmaster in a street brawl. He can fight in the Arctic with broken ribs and still win using science and a piece of ice. Vision, He's an all-terrain, all-weather, all-galaxy unit. Land, sea, air, space, it doesn't matter. He phases through walls, phases into enemies, tanks hits from Hyperion, and then launches counter-strikes at light speed. Edge. This goes to Vision. Mr. Terrific's adaptability is unmatched, but Vision's built-in power set makes him much more deadly anywhere, anytime. Lastly, weapons. Mr. Terrific's T-mask hides him from digital, biological, and mystical tracking, which means it doesn't just block heat signatures or light refraction, it scrambles the very data Vision's sensors would need to register him. It's even noted that it fools Brother Eye, an AI satellite built to monitor every metahuman on Earth. And that's a surveillance system easily on par with or beyond Vision's scanning capability. But Vision, he is the weapon, super strength, flight, density control that lets him hit like a meteor or slip through solid steel. Solar beams that have sent Wonder Man into orbit, blasted Thor out of the sky, and blinded Ultron, all without needing to carry anything. Edge. This goes to Mr. Terrific. In normal conditions, Vision wouldn't see him, sense him, or even know where to aim. And with all this, Mr. Terrific wins.